Well, how's it going, everyone, today? I'm out here at the blacksmith shop. I'm working on an order right now. Just had my last power show or thrashing show for the season, and I did 3 shows this year. Normally I only do 1, but I picked up 2 this year. A couple of guys have retired or gotten out of blacksmithing, so people were out looking, and they picked me up, so that's why I got some more shows this year. But I was going to make a video at this last show, but it was busy. For the weekend we had, it was pretty hot. I was really surprised by the amount of people that showed up, and I made a killing. So that's all I definitely can't complain. And so, oh yeah. But today I'm making some roses, and also I've made. So I got this order is for a chainsaw wood carver. He's what's his name? Logs for Heroes. I will put him in a link to his Facebook in the description if you guys want to check him out. But he ordered some roses from me. He bought a few of them at the show too. But also he wanted me to make these. So they're feet for birds. Like he'll carve a bird out of a log, and if he wants to attach it to another piece, then he can drive these into the ground or into the stump, and then this part into the bird, and then this part is the foot. It's something he kind of came up with and asked me if I could make it for him during the show. Oh, he came up to me one morning, and I said I'd give it a shot. And he liked them, so I made him a few, and then he put in an order for a bunch more, as you can see. So, I'm happy to be working with him. He's a good guy, so yeah, I guess let's get into making some roses. So here I've already got one done. I just dropped it in the sand, so it's got a bunch of rocks on it, but I haven't really cleaned it up too much yet, so that's alright. This is kind of our end product. He wanted me to make them too, and this is the first one. And so just kind of giving you an idea what it's going to earn into. So I ordered blanks. I get them like this. They're, I want to say 16 gauge, maybe 20 gauge. They just steel. Oh, I get them in packs of 25. They've used to be ordering them on Etsy, but it's been a while since I've gotten them, so I'm not quite sure if that guy's still making them. Hopefully, because I'm running low. Oh, but and then I texture the petals, those here, and then I also have to widen this hole out so I can fit it on a 1/4 inch rod that I thread. So here's what it looks like after I get them textured, and I have a threaded rod here, and then I just smash down on I make sure I have extra thread sticking out, then I can mash it down and rivet it, and that way this top nut doesn't come loose. But the reason why I rivet I thread the rods instead of either welding or just tapering out this rod and then riveting the top is because over time these can come loose, and that way whoever, if someone buys this, you know, all they got to do is tighten this bottom nut and then it's tight again and it's not loose. So I like to do that just so you know, it stays a good quality product for whoever buys it. You know, oh, it won't come loose over time and whatnot. And if someone really wanted to, they could tack weld it, or if they asked, I could tack weld that for them. That way it locks that up. But I usually just leave it. I tighten them down on, and then that's really all I do. So anyways, let's get into making this one. So hopefully you guys aren't too close, and hopefully you guys are high enough. I kind of got some shit hecked up, so. This first pedal is pretty easy. I don't do a lot of ornateness with this one. That's a $10 word. Just because it's really, this first pedal is really just to hide this nut. I can try and cover that up. So. Oh, and heat's not a big thing either, or temperature wise, because it's thin metal. One, it's going to cool off really fast. I don't have a lot of time to work with it, so but it's still pretty thin. It's thin enough to where I can still bend it. It's just that I just pretty much heat it up so I can do some more, or to make it more realistic. I can manipulate it in a way that makes it look almost like a real flower. But I'll show you guys that here in a minute. I'm just working on getting this first pedal done. And I always make sure I have mine all interlocking, so I gotta kind of feather or weave the first one in with, or the last one into the first one. So. And that's kind of what the first layer looks like. I might put a little bit of flare to it, we'll see. So next we'll just start bending up the next layer. Then folding in the petals. When I heat it up, that nut kind of works itself loose, so I just got to fight that for a little bit. I'll get it tightened up here in a second. So. And now that I got this second row done, we'll start working on kind of giving it some texture. You need to heat forward and I'm going to tighten this up. So that's what the second row looks like. It's this is when I start adding the texture and stuff, which is really just kind of folding those edges over and then crimping them, trying to get you know, what like a natural rose would look like. So, that's pretty much all what this. That's what you really need the heat for, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Is to do that, you need it. The heat will get it to that consistency where it's almost like folding paper, like a stiff paper around. And that's how you get that realism in there. So, well, let's look on the fourth one. So this is what we have for the second layer, or the second outer layer, I guess. The third layer. Here. So I progressively do more. Let's just call it texturing. That's easier. I do more texturing for each layer of petals. So I do a little bit on the first one, and then I don't really do a lot on the first one, and then a little bit on the second one, more on the third one, and then on the fourth one I do a bunch. And then you would see that naturally on a rose anyways, because of how condensed it is on the inside. So, yep, let's start working on this last layer, and then we can work on texturing the stem. So a lot of how I'm going to end up doing my my foldovers, the texture, has a lot to do with how I initially shape the petals up there. And you know, I just do it randomly. It's more organic that way. I don't have a certain pattern that I do. It's just kind of whatever I feel makes it conform the best to it, and then go from there. Well, that's kind of, at least for the petals part, the kind of the end finish. So lots of foldovers and texture on this side. These leaves down here, I leave until the very end. That way it's just easier for me to tighten that nut up down there. But next thing we'll do is texture the stem and then give it a more organic shape too, instead of just a straight rod. So, all right, so now we're back over at the end, or finally at the anvil, I guess. I haven't used it yet in this video. I take a ball peen hammer, my smallest one, and then I take the peen side and I just start tapping. It kind of gives it more of an organic texture on the rod instead of just being a cylinder. And then at the same time, it also twists the rod into kind of a more organic stem-like look. I'm not really sure how well you can see the texture on here, but I'm liking how the stem's kind of looking. Nice. It's a nice arc. Usually I have a second bend either up here or down lower, but I like how this is just swooping like this. So I think I am going to tighten the leaves up because they always loosen up for this, and then we'll bend these out. So I'll see you in a second. And then I really don't need to heat these up to bend these, so it's just kind of doing whatever I feel looks nice. At least I like to, make everyone different. And you don't want to have it looking too patterny, because otherwise it just doesn't look natural. So yeah, something like that. Well, so here's both of them up next to each other. This one's the already one that's done, and I got some clear coat on that already. But yeah, I'm really happy how they turned out. Especially this one. I do prefer to season these like cast iron, but I think it really makes them pop even more, or having that coating on there, than just plain clear coat. But I saw that he painted the last two that I sold him, so I'll just give them some, put some clear coat so they don't rust in case he doesn't use them for a little while. Well, yeah, because paint doesn't really take to that seasoned stuff. I've tried it in the past, and it just doesn't take it and peel. You can almost peel it off right away. So, I'll just throw some clear coat on this other one, and we'll call this a day. So I got his order all ready to go. I just got to clear coat this other side here for these, and then these will all be ready to go, and you can have at it. Again, this guy's name is Logs 4 Heroes. That's Logs, the number 4 Heroes. I'll have his Facebook link in the description. I really suggest you guys checking him out. He does some pretty cool stuff. But anyways, I guess we will call it a day, and we will see you all next time.